Hi, everyone. Hi, Facebook. Hi, LinkedIn. It's Alex here with MDPen. Thank you for tuning in for today's live. And I wanted to take this special time to talk to you guys about really mastering microneedling and the benefits of training with us here at MDPen and what we provide for you with your device as well as your skincare. And this is whether you purchase MDPen, PRP, NDMed, skincare account. We provide you with training. We have different forms of training, different training programs. So I want to kind of go through that with you guys here today. Please feel free to ask questions if you are interested in our training, or if there's something that you feel like I'm not addressing, please let me know. Would love to hear from you. So when you set up an account with MDPen and become a professional with us, we do have different training options. Now, of course, there's the, I guess I'll say, original old school way before all of this technology, where training is done in person. And our in-person training is no joke. It is so worth it, so valuable for you guys. So I'm going to talk about the in-person option. We also have virtual training, which is another option for you as well as your staff. We're going to be having virtual training in the future. That's going to be a little bit easier to do on your own time. We will always answer questions that you have after being trained. And of course, if you have the experience of being trained in person, this is also a great marketing opportunity for your clinic as well. So I do want to really talk about that. You do receive a printed type of certification that you can print, display, show to your staff, show to your patients. I know that can be important to a lot of people. Hi, thank you for being here. Awesome to see some LinkedIn in the comments. Yeah, and also MDPen has what we call ongoing education. So there's things like workshops. And when you attend a workshop, this is often an advanced training. So people that have attended those workshops receive an advanced training certification, which is another thing you can display, because not everyone is advanced in microneedling. So there's different tiers of training. The longer you're with us, the longer you learn, things like this. I see some questions coming in. Okay, this is a great one. Is there a good way to advertise that you're bringing in microneedling to your practice? Absolutely. So as soon as you purchase with us, you can take marketing materials from us. You do want to announce that. I'll give you my best advice. Of course, across social media that you're introducing this, if you utilize patient constant contact, you want to send an email out to your patient database. You want to have a special price. Don't have this for long because you don't want to underprice yourself, but something announcing that you are bringing in this new technology, this new treatment, getting people excited. We'll get your training on the books, whether it's, virtual or in person. You'll have an idea of, once you're comfortable and you can start utilizing this treatment in your facility. What type of training do you recommend for an office that is switching or upgrading microneedling devices? So if you are a skilled practitioner in microneedling and you've been using another pen that is somewhat similar to MDPen's, you could go with the virtual option. At MDPen, we do have a specific technique that we teach, so it's still worth learning our training. But if you are comfortable and you've been using another pen for quite a while, and researching and studying microneedling as well as your staff, you could definitely go with the virtual option if you have that type of experience. We got MDPen here. Hi, guys. Which med spa employee should be recommending microneedling to your patient base? I love this question. So you want your entire staff ideally to be able to talk about microneedling, experience microneedling, recommend microneedling. And this is why both virtual and in-person training with MDPen is so wonderful. We will train these employees. You want your front desk, while they're not, licensed practitioners, they have other wonderful skills. They can definitely talk about the treatment. You want to treat your staff. They need to experience microneedling, the recovery, the aftercare, be able to talk about it. If you have a patient care coordinator who is skilled in talking about procedures, maybe they've been on the medical side before and now they're more on the sales admin side. This is a great person. And in these instances, when you have a patient coordinator or a cross-trained front desk person who can talk about this, you don't necessarily need that consultation, in the exam room, taking up time. It can be in the patient care coordinator's office, or, just a really great long phone call that the front desk is having with the patient. So I highly recommend training your staff just on, the very basic things, what it does, who it's good for, the main contraindications, definitely understanding those, but getting your employees excited and able to talk about it is really important. Hi, Lori. Lori made it to this live. Haven't seen Lori live in a while. Thank you for being here. Lori's a cosmetologist. So this is a link we have specific to training. If you want more information on that, we will be announcing upcoming in-person events. I highly recommend, if you're already an MDPen professional, or if you're interested in being an MDPen professional, we do have an upcoming webinar on the 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you haven't registered for that, make sure you do. It's on Zoom and you cannot get in if you have not registered, and I'll be hosting the webinar. So if you're texting me or emailing me, I'm not going to be able to get back to you or let you in. So definitely pre-register. This is going to be really important. I want to talk a little bit more about the in-person training that MDPen offers. So with this training, we send a highly skilled educator to your practice. You can have 3 models that day. I highly recommend having, maybe a model for anti-aging, a model for stretch marks, a model for hair restoration. Or if you're a practice that, only treats face and doesn't treat body, then you can do, acne scars, anti-aging, hyperpigmentation, and really make the most out of that day. We will actively help you on site recording content. It's great if you can have models that are willing to, have before and afters, give that photo media release so that you'll be able to have that later as you're advertising. This is going to be really important, but there's nothing like hands-on in-person training for sure. And it's a great time. So definitely consider that. And we've even trained people that have other devices. So you can look into that if you're not ready to switch pens yet, switch devices. You can always look into our training programs. Yes, a consenting model is really important if possible too, who can, again, let you use before and afters. It's going to be a really big deal, but we provide you with so much. I also help, of course, with your skincare product knowledge, as well as business development. So we can talk about, the price of microneedling in your area, what you're going to charge, specials you can offer. We even have things like open house programs. So that's another thing. Once you've established tenure, you've been with us for a while, or if you're already a practice that's highly successful, that's used to doing open houses, and you want us to be at your next one, definitely reach out for that. I think we're very helpful. We're very hands-on at open houses. So definitely look into that as an option as well.